Hello there. Hi. Welcome in. Welcome back. Welcome to the 25th of October. We are quickly running out of days in October. It's kind of sad because then all the spooky stuff goes away and then we start moving through the rest of the year. So we're going to probably be finishing up Cat Lady here at the beginning of the stream. I don't think it's going to take the whole stream. I don't think the last chapter is going to be 4 hours long. I might be mistaken, but I doubt it. So my plan is, as soon as we finish Cat Lady, we're going to jump into the next game, and that game probably is going to be kind of short too. But it has a sequel, so we'll probably jump into the sequel after that. So we've got 3 games lined up, and if for some reason we just blaze through all 3 of those and not able to, we don't reach our normal stream time, we do still have Inscription that we'll probably play a little bit of after that if we need to. Let's see. Yeah. So basically, for those of you that weren't here, we're starting kind of a block of 2D, like side scroller kind of horror games. After we do that, we're gonna have some retro ones, and then we'll go from there. Trying to think. Or something else. Oh, this is not our usual stream time. I don't know at what time I decided to turn off my alarm, but I turned off my alarm. So by the time I woke up, it was like 11:30, and I'm like, okay. So we're gonna be streaming. We'll try to do a normal stream length. It's been shifted a couple hours, so I don't think I have anything going on today. But we'll definitely be trying to do a normal stream length today. Trying to think if there's anything else this week. I don't. We might have a little bit of a shorter stream on Wednesday. I do have an appointment. Let me check my calendar. Yeah, I do have an appointment on Wednesday. So there might be a little bit of a shorter stream on Wednesday, but other than that, everything should be good to go. I'm trying to think. And then next Tuesday I have a hair appointment to get some of this taken care of. So, I think that's about it. So we're gonna go ahead and just switch over and jump into the rest of the Cat Lady here. I'm gonna turn on my audio before I deafen myself. Let me go ahead and... Alright. There we go. Alright. Load. Night. Alright, we were going to the old man's apartment at...
Just look at this door. Crazy son of a bitch. That's not gonna stop us. I think there's someone in the kitchen. Are you Adam?
Me? No, of course not. I don't have anything to do with all this foolishness. Never have. It's my son. I've told him time and time again, but he never listens. I've done my best to protect that boy, you know. I'm all he's got left in the world since his mama died, but it just wasn't enough.
Where is he then? Where's I Adam?
He's in his room. Where else would he be? He's always in his room, staring at that screen for as long as he can. Look, I've made up my mind about this. I want to help you. This mess he's in, it's gone too far. I can't be part of this.
What are you talking about?
You don't understand. He's watching us. Right now, he can see us on his camera. He's very clever with this stuff. I never got my head around it. Just as much as...
Hey, Eddie, we're doing fine today.
But not a lot.
Give us the key to his room. I want to talk to him.
Look, it's a trap. He knows why you're here, and he will kill you. Both of you. But he will not kill me. He won't dare. All these years.
How you doing today, Eddie?
Well,
You still feeling ill, or has that kind of cleared up for you?
breaks my heart to do this now. What choice do I have? He left me this. I was supposed to keep it for myself, but I want you to take it. He won't dare to kill his own father. I won't let 2 innocent lives be lost because of him.
What is it?
Just take the damn thing. There's not much time. Didn't you hear me? He's watching.
What is it, Mrs. A?
It's a shoebox.
Take it away. Get rid of it. He must see that I don't have it anymore.
Shall we open it?
Oh God. Mitzi, we have to get out of here. Quickly. It's a gas mask. He's going to poison us.
Give it to Mitzi, because we can't die. I mean, we can, but we come back.
It's too late.
Shit. Oh, shit. Shit. Shit.
No! Stop that, Adam. You're going to kill your father.
We'll never make it to the door. That room is filling up with gas too quickly. Put the mask on, Mrs. A.
Nope.
What about you? No. No, I can't.
You've got to. This is your only chance.
No. I can't let you die. Not like this.
It's my fault that you're here. I'm dying anyway. And you've got to live, Mrs. A. You'll live and you'll be happy again. You've been a great friend, Mrs. A.
Nope.
No. You've got a date, and I'll make sure you turn up for it.
I can't.
There is no time to argue. I'll be fine. Now.
Why would we keep the mask for ourselves? Feeling much better for asking, but do I bought Inscription and ended up playing Intellect 2. It's actually pretty fun. I'm not a fan of horror game, or not horror games, of card games, but I enjoyed my time with it.
Mitzi, think of a vegetable while I'm gone.
But yeah, don't spoil too much. I know the game switches gears like it did for us after a certain time. I don't want to know any of the other weirdness that probably you run into playing it. But yeah, we'll be going back to that on occasion. But yeah, it's really good. Hey, it's our house, kind of.
Welcome home, darling. I've been waiting for you. What took you so long?
Say what you've got to say and let's finish this. I'm tired of you. Tired of all this madness. I just need to get back.
Very well. I'm not planning to keep you long. Let's go inside. I have one last job for you. There are still 2 candles left.
There's technically 4.
You know how this works.
1, 2, 3, 4.
A soul for a soul.
Oh, that's what it's been.
I blow out the last candle, and I'll never have to see you again.
Only if you blow out the right one. I'll never bother you again. Isn't that what you want? But if you choose wrong, it will be your life extinguished forever. Just take a deep breath and do it.
But how should I know what is right?
That's the thing, Susan. You can't know that. In life, you can't always know the consequences before you make a decision. Haven't you learned that yet?
That's not fair.
Nothing is fair.
Truth.
You opened your heart talking to that doctor, and he butchered you like an animal. Then those disgusting cannibals, they chop you up and cook you for dinner if you'd let them.
That's 3.
And what about the man with the flowers?
That's 4.
All that he wanted was to hear you play before he split.
See, the thing is we think I have Adam as the 5th parasite.
The way your husband treated
Um,
you, the way your neighbors
but
walked
it's not.
you,
It's Joe.
just for being different. You did not deserve all that, and yet it happened. Am I forgetting something? Oh yes, of course.
Don't.
Most of all,
Don't.
was it fair that
Shut up! Just shut up, you ugly bitch!
Language.
Now I know who you really are. All those feelings I had in me for years. That bitter guilt and self-pity. That hatred for myself and everyone else. You are that miserable illness that's consumed my heart all these years. You, always there, always. Every day I looked at you in the mirror.
Hmm.
A dark cloud I couldn't see through. I let you take control of my life. I believed it was right to feel like this. But not any longer. This ends here.
then blow out the candle.
Hmm.
No, I won't. I'm done playing your stupid little games. You won't tell me what to do anymore. I am stronger than you. I can close my eyes and you'll be gone.
Blow out the candle.
It's time to say goodbye, sister. I'm not gonna miss you.
You will never leave this place without me. You need me. We are one.
No. Tomato. You were thinking about a tomato, right?
That's a fruit.
Tomato is a fruit, silly.
Yep.
Who cares? I like tomatoes.
So do I. But I hate to disappoint you, but I was really thinking of onions.
Why onions?
They're the saddest of the vegetables, of course. They make people cry.
Nice.
What happened, Mrs. A? I saw you die. And yet, you're here. Alive, like if nothing's ever happened.
Well, let's put it this way. Everyone knows cats have 9 lives. So do cat ladies, apparently. But this time, I feel there won't be second chances. I'm down to one last life now. I can't afford to waste it.
You are such a nutter, Mrs. A. You are absolutely fucking bonkers. But I'm so happy to see you. Never, ever do that to me again, alright?
I can happily promise you that, Mitzi.
This is it. His room is through that door. It's time to face the eye of Adam.
What are we waiting for? Let's do it.
Quick save.
You're the Eye of Adam? A pathetic, wheelchair-bound invalid? Is this a joke? Do you know who I am? Do you know what you've done to me?
Whoa.
Fucking murderer! Tonight it's your turn to die. I'm gonna paint this room with your brains and I'm gonna watch and smile. I swear to God I'll do it. Well? Nothing to say? Nothing at all? Aren't you going to beg for your sad little life? Say something! Anything!
Mitzi, where did you get that gun from?
It doesn't matter. Please, Mrs. A. This is something I have to do. You are free to leave if you want. You don't have to be a part of it. Just try to understand. Beg for forgiveness, you scum. What the fuck is wrong with you? You don't believe I'm gonna shoot you, do you? Oh, I've dreamt of this moment for so long.
Look at this man, Mitzi. He hasn't twitched a muscle since we entered the room. I think he's paralyzed.
That's impossible. He's lying to us. He's faking it. Do something. Talk for God's sake. I need you to answer me. I need to know.
He won't answer you. He can't talk.
Then, how did he post all that stuff online? What the? How did he do it?
With this thing on his
I
glass.
think I know.
Yeah, his eye.
See that little device on his left eye?
Yep.
I've heard about these. It's a controller. It seems the only part of his body he can move is his eyeball. Controller connected to the computer tracks its movement, allowing him to...
What? That's
Oh,
ridiculous.
sorry, didn't mean to bump the mic there.
Such things.
I'm a nurse? I've seen these before.
Yeah, they have them where they
I've
can
seen eye control
look
wheelchairs,
around at
but
stuff,
there's
yeah.
no reason why it wouldn't work with a computer.
The eye control computers are a thing too. They've been running tests on that for people who were
He really is just
there's a thing where you actually get trapped. You're paralyzed but you're trapped in your brain but you can move your eyes.
He must die. He deserves nothing more.
Oh, it's just the same thing. I thought it was typing. I thought it was actually going to type because I looked at the.
What? You arrogant shit. I will fucking do it. Just tell me one thing. One thing. Why? Why did you make Jack kill himself?
Is he going to say he wanted to?
Fine. It'll be a pleasure. Ready to die, scumbag?
Look at these oxygen tanks. I don't think it's a good idea.
What? Why not? I'm the one holding a gun here.
Yeah, but they're set to
And I will
blow.
blow this bastard's brain out as soon as he looks at me. You hear me? Look at me. I want you to see what you've done. The pain you've caused me.
Mitzi, that's not what I meant. Just put the gun down for a second.
No! No. I can't do that, Mrs. A. I'm sorry. This is something I have to do. I have to.
Can't you hear that hissing sound? These cylinders are clearly leaking gas.
Please stay out of it.
You'll make a whole room blow up.
I don't care. Just leave me alone.
You lied to me. You never said you wanted to kill him.
Now, wasn't that quite obvious? What did you think I wanted to do? Have a coffee with him? Chat about the weather or politics? For God's sake, I'm here because this son of a bitch needs to die. If I don't kill him now, he'll just carry on and more innocent people will lose their lives. Do you really
You
want
could just
that? 'Cause I
disconnect
don't.
him, right? Like,
Think about it for a second. Would Jack really want this?
This bastard messed with Jack's head. He tricked him. That's what he does. He fucking tricked him.
But would Jack really want you to become a murderer?
No, he wouldn't. He wasn't violent at all. He was the kindest, sweetest guy I ever knew.
like literally all you have to do is disconnect him from the oxygen.
Now, put that gun down already.
Or just roll him down the stairs, like...
But what about me? No, I'll do it. I know Jack will forgive me.
Without his father, he's harmless. He was the one who supplied him with all this technology. He fulfilled his every single wish. I know this guy's rotten bad. There's no excuse for what he did. But he will be punished for it. Trust me. They'll put him in some stinking nursing home. He'll live his life like a vegetable. Stuck to bed. He'll have time to think about what he's done. And he'll never see a computer screen again. Isn't that enough?
He said, do it. He wants to die and I want to kill him.
He wants us all to die. Can't you see that? Isn't that what he's been preaching? A joint suicide. That's why he wants you to shoot him. So we can all get blown to pieces.
His final act. The work of his life. Are you really going to give him that satisfaction? Remember what you said about...
Just roll him down the
That's
stairs.
exactly what you're going to do if you kill him now.
No, maybe you're right.
Like, there's... You could also...
I'd never want you to get hurt.
Like, if you don't want it to blow up,
Way
just
without this fucker dead. Even if that means I die too.
snap his neck,
Have you lost your mind?
pistol whip him, like,
You're gonna
literally...
sacrifice your life for this scum? He's a parasite. A worthless, evil piece of shit.
It's not like I've got anyone to live for, is it?
What? What about your mother? Your family?
She's dead.
Then who did we call?
I lie.
Oh.
I always lie. I grew up in an orphanage. My family never wanted to know me. The only person that cared about me was Jack. And he's dead. Yeah. Happy now? So get the fuck out of here and let me do what I got to do.
I care about you. Do it for me. Come on, mate. It's been a long day. Let's go home. We've won.
This is so infuriating.
Have we really?
Because, like,
Trust me.
if he's on oxygen,
I
right?
know we have.
Take his mask off.
Oh,
He'll stop breathing after, I don't know, 30 minutes or so.
From
He's in a
now
room
on,
full of
I will
an oxygenated stuff.
day.
Eventually, the spark in the computer will probably happen, and it'll blow itself up. You could also just roll him out of the room. Like, there's so many different ways you could have handled this situation if you really wanted him dead. Like, also with him being that weak and frail, it wouldn't be that hard to just
Talking about my
pop
ordinary little
pop the
life,
neck.
as usual. I'm still surprised anyone would want to read this at all. The rambling of a cat lady. Maybe I'm not a cat lady anymore. Things have changed here since Mitzi's death.
Oh, we did lose her. Okay.
I'll never forget those last few weeks. It's a horrible way to die. Stuck in a hospital bed with no hope and whole life to pass you by. 6 months ago, I lost the best friend I'd ever had. But at least we knew it was coming. I had time to accept it, just like she did. And I can only be glad we spent that time together. I still miss
Excuse
her
me.
every day. Did I ever mention I got into all this because of her? I opened her laptop the night after the funeral, and there it was. A friend request.
Aw.
Over a year old. A little gift from behind the grave. I met some people. We go out sometimes. And
Behind the grave. I wonder if that's the original phrase,
turned out there were others
which makes more sense.
I did.
We'll talk about that in a second.
Tried to help.
Hmm. Yeah, it makes sense for it to be behind, because usually you hear it from beyond the grave, but if it is a reference to behind the grave, that also makes sense, because the idea is that whenever you're at a grave, you would see the spirit behind the tombstone. So if it's behind the grave, that makes sense.
I'm writing this blog.
And that would also be beyond the grave.
Yesterday was bad. It was one of those days when you feel like you're back in the past, and all the good stuff that happened was just a dream.
I have a feeling we got a good ending here. I was not expecting... There might be more.
But I woke up today, feeling better. Maybe I can never get rid of it. This invisible illness.
Probably
It
not.
will always be living somewhere deep inside me. Asleep. Waiting. And when it'll hit me hard.
Flowers.
But if there's one thing Mitzi taught me, it's that you have to pick yourself up and carry on. It doesn't matter that life isn't fair. It doesn't matter that you make mistakes. You fall and rise again. Worlds full of liars, traitors, cowards. But every now and then, someone like Mitzi, who will just smile at it all. Now, I've forgiven the world and myself too. I teach myself to smile again. One day I'll get there. I know I will. Even if it takes me not 9, but 900 lives.
That was fantastic. See, that now I will say that's probably felt more closer to like a thriller than traditional horror, but it did a thing that I personally enjoy horror, where it uses horror as a way to talk about subjects that are uncomfortable. Because that's the thing, is horror, because it's already making you uncomfortable. I can't skip this. But because horror already makes you uncomfortable, it allows you to talk about subjects or reference subjects that are also uncomfortable. And if it approaches it well enough, it's a great way to open a discussion about it. This started out with being like very like in your face about you know, depression and suicide and stuff like that. But it also, they spelled security wrong. But it also got to the point about talking about dealing with it, and how you deal with it is just as important as the illness itself, if not more. Although I do find it interesting that we decided not to kill Ivy in the dream, and she was still alive in reality. I wonder if we should have actually pulled the plug, as it were, for that. That would have been interesting. So there's definitely like a lot more you can do in that game. I would highly recommend checking it out yourself if you're interested. Do some of the more crazy stuff, or not, you know, play it how you want. But I think that was a really good game. I am glad we played it. It's dark. It's very dark, and it's where'd you buy the game? I got it off Steam, I believe, but I think you can get it on GOG as well. Press any key to live. And then the game closes. Let me check. I believe you can get it on GOG, but I know I have it on